There we go.
Alright. Now it looks like we're...
Now we're cooking with gasoline.
Alright. So, sorry for the late start because I thought I was streaming and apparently I was streaming privately so nobody could see it. But to bring everybody up to speed, Knights of the Smith dinner table, Reign of Winter. When last we left the party, they had arrived in this wood that you can see up on your screen, and they have been examining. They have found crow's bodies that are stuck with little tiny arrows about that long. And they have started to move forward to take a deeper look at this area. You'll notice around the table we are missing a few people. However,
Made any other jokes?
there's good reason. Dustin and Kristen are on their honeymoon. They just got married last week. And my wife Cheryl, she is up visiting the in-laws. So, without further ado, we're going to continue on with the 4 who are here. Well, 3 players, 4 characters. Will be here to take up his character when he gets off work in about 40 minutes or so. We'll pick right back up. They've started examining through the woods, and as they get about here, give me just a moment. Well, that's entertaining. What's that?
Oh, this wife's is hot.
Oh.
I don't know
Alright, so
that. Baby.
these guys into Alright. Let's see, straight out. So that would be Vanmila. What is your flat-footed armor class?
I'm looking it up. I was typing something for the log. Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once. If I'm only playing 1 character, I can't multitask very well. Flat-footed AC
Flat-footed AC.
is 16.
16? You feel a rush of air go past your head. And go ahead and the 3 up front can make, everybody but Tonsden can make a perception check. But Tonsden. Chris.
You don't get to do it.
I'm sorry, I was going with Tansden side.
Tansden, sorry.
Somebody else.
19 and 5 is 24.
24 for Vanilla.
Also got a 16.
16 and
Pretty bad. I think it's 12.
12. Cheku is surprised. Actually, everybody's surprised. This is just for you guys to see who's attacking you. Off to the left, you guys can see a creature that looks much like this. It only stands about a foot and a half tall, and it appears to be smiling at having caught you guys off guard. From there it goes into regular rounds. You get initiative rolling. Hansel, you're up first.
Right. So I see this little,
You see this little female off to the side.
Well, we're still not feeling too good after having our back broken. So, we're going to stow away our classical pole and draw both of our bastard swords.
Alright, so 2 move actions. You don't have quick draw, do you?
No.
Okay. From there it goes to that one. What is your flat-footed AC, Tansden?
Um, 14.
14. Alright. You get struck, it felt like a pinprick, and as it strikes you, you are going to take 1 subdual damage, and make a find it. All right, make a fortitude save, I believe it is. Find the ability. Wow, I must have been half asleep when I was doing this today. Find one of the creatures. As it. There it is. Make a fortitude save.
So that's the 20 sided dice plus
Yep,
the
plus your fortitude modifier.
total, right? Okay. 15.
Alright. That was a very numbing sensation as it strikes you. The arrow was bitterly cold. And you took your 1 point of subdual damage? Non-lethal?
Yes.
Okay.
I put it in subdual damage.
Yeah.
The 1.
Alright, so from there it goes to Cheku.
So Cheku's kind of like just a little head bopping. He's looking around and he sees one.
And yeah, he can make a perception check to see if he notices both of these.
Well,
He sees the one that's ahead of him, but not the one that's behind him.
Alright. So he is going to. He's gonna kind of bob, he sees the thing, and he's just gonna cast guidance and counsel. So go get him.
Alright, so guidance on Hansel. 2. That one. There. What is Vadmila's flat-footed AC? Because she has not yet acted.
16.
16? Alright. And a perception check?
I don't see shit.
Total.
My total's 6.
You rolled a natural one?
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay, it's just a skill check.
I know, but I don't see shit.
Tansden! Tansden of Onwall. You are no longer flat-footed, and you know that the one off to your right is there.
So I know this
Oh,
one.
here, let me switch to
My view.
your view. Let me...
What to be like?
bonus now.
Alright, I got ready for us. Are you about to get a blast?
Casting Bless.
Yes.
Yep. +1 to attack and saves versus fear. Alright. And that lasts for 1 minute. Alright. From there goes to that one. And the one that started the attack takes another shot. And Bamila, what's your AC?
17.
17. You get struck for 1 point of subdual damage and make a fortitude save.
Nine.
9.
Mm-hmm.
You become staggered, meaning you can only take. Let me add it over here. You can only take a single move or a single standard action on your turns.
And it feels cool.
Yeah, that's
Biting
like
cold.
biting cold that just struck you. Liberation.
Me as a player thought they were kind of cute from the picture. But when they were officially
They are
got
kinda
attacked,
cute.
it's like, fuck this thing, I'm killing it. But as a player, I'm a little sad because they are kind of cute.
As well as say totes and dwarves.
They are totes adorbs. But I also think goblins are kind of adorable in Pathfinder in a weird, messed up sort of way because I like creepy shit.
Alright. So from there it goes to Bamila.
I would like to walk up to the one that shot me.
Alright. So you're going this way.
And walking up front.
Well, can I charge?
Oh wait,
After
that
being
is no.
staggered?
No, you cannot charge.
See, I didn't think I could do that. Okay.
So, now this is important. Let me fix the grid so you can see it a little better. And there we go. Alright, so which way are you going? Are you going this way or are you going this way? Straight down and then over? Oh, let me change it back to your view.
Yeah, probably.
So straight down and then over?
Yeah.
Alright.
It would be the fastest way to go.
Step to there.
I feel like there's another one that's gonna shoot.
You get struck from a needle-like weapon that just lashed out from a tiny arm coming out of the tree, out from underneath the branches of the tree,
Okay.
for another 1 subdual damage and another fortitude save.
This fucking sucks.
I mean, it's also dual, so
So far.
it's not that bad.
Oh shoot, no. No.
Boys.
Non-lethal damage.
15.
15? Alright. You gonna continue your move?
No, because now I'm gonna go after whichever little fucker just came out and...
So you stop. Alright. You can do that as part of your move action, yes. Because you have the base attack of
I'm getting
1.
my great axe ready, so on my next turn I can.
Alright.
Just modify it.
Hansel!
Alright. Are we in, like, sneak cover grounds?
Yes.
Okay. So, difficult terrain.
Yes.
Well, Jackie was like, go get him. So, you're actually going to charge to the one to the south that we see.
Alright, so that would be 10, 20. We'll call that a full 30 because you're trying to brush through the tree to get your straight line.
Yep.
It doesn't fully impede you. Alright, and your attack roll?
Guidance. So, that's going to be 8, 9, 10, plus the d20 roll. 21 to hit.
You strike it. Damage?
Uh, 8 points of damage.
8. She squeals in pain. However, it doesn't look like your blade bit as deep as it should have. And as you strike her, she squeals, "Ah, you filthy moral! Leave me alone!" Then the one that shot at Tansden does it again. And what's your AC? Is that your
Yeah, that
straight AC?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the same as flat.
You take a point of subdual and another fortitude save.
Feeling good.
Feeling good?
Think about this.
That's a +1. So that'd be 16 with the +1.
16 with the +1. Alright. You are fine. Once again, it was that numbing cold. However, you do brush off the effect of it. Cheku!
Tetsu's kind of doing his little, bird head bobby dip thing. And...
And apparently, according to Robo, we still have some more. We'll have to work on that, but it is much better.
Yeah, something like this is prepared. The rest is a little messed up over here. So he's going to tap Tenzin, give him guidance, and then he's going to he's the one that's directly in the center, so he's going to move to the south direction 1 hex.
Okay, so movement of 10 feet effectively. And Tansden has guidance. Gives you a +1 on your next d20 roll. And what was your AC again, Danila?
17.
17. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Switch dice again.
Again. 6.
6.
Usually the Captain Marvel set when you roll. I mean, it's not very nice to me. Oh, that because it's like gold, blue, and red.
You take another point of subdual and go ahead and make a fortitude check.
Fortitude check. 7.
7. You feel that numbing cold just bite deep.
Anything else happen?
Not that you know of, no.
Son of a bitch.
Tanzan.
Hate that.
Okay. I guess I will. No, I can only move 2 squares, right?
Every square costs you, or every hex costs you 2.
2, right. So I guess I'll move 2. One shooting me back there.
So 10, 20.
Can I double move?
Yeah, you can't charge though because it's difficult terrain.
Right.
So you step on up to it, and I keep forgetting to change lines of sight. So that's what you can see from there. And then it goes to, going down by Hansden, or Hansel, sorry, not Hansden. Drops her bow and draws her short sword. And by short sword, it is it's
Too short.
it's like that long.
A real big sewing needle.
Real big, yeah, a real big sewing needle would probably be.
Like a leather haul.
And she stabs at you and misses. And no. She will. Oh. Okay. She's going to trust in her abilities and Vamila.
Yes.
So these things are small, right?
These things are size diminutive.
So they would be my square to attack melee?
Ah, yes.
I was just double checking because I didn't know what size they were.
That means you would have actually gone down. No, you would have moved in because I put them in the wrong hex then. This one is actually there. Alright. Vedmila,
What?
what are you going to do?
Oh, it's my turn. I'm gonna swing at the one that hit me last.
That's in the hex with you?
Yeah.
Let me unhide her. Alright, go ahead and make your attack.
This is where I wouldn't look that good. You're +1 from blessed, right?
Correct.
I'm swinging this two-handed. Let's fuck this thing. Well,
Is a miss. Hansel.
Alright. So this little thing took a little stab at me. So I'm going to take both of our bastard swords and do kind of like swinging cuts with them.
Alright.
So
Trying to slice her.
Yep, first attack is going to be 7.
7 is a miss.
Also a 7.
Both missed. 2. The one up by. Turn on his light because he's the one who can see. This one adjusts 5 feet. She does not seem to be hindered by the snow at all. Matter of fact, she's almost walking on top of it. And she shoots you again. Or shoots at you, I should say. She hasn't actually hit you yet with that one. And the arrow gets stopped by your armor. Then it's to Cheku.
So Cheku sees this thing kind of,
Yeah,
it's like,
down at Vedmila's feet,
yeah.
standing on top of the snow, not seeming to have enough weight to even press its way in.
kind of like that. Maybe that priest can catch him on a fat cat. And he's like popping into his zone and he's just like trick.
He's going to to be in its square to. No, he wouldn't have to be in its square to
No,
attack it.
he doesn't have to be in this
It
game.
has to be in his square to attack
Correct.
it. So he wouldn't attack an attack of opportunity from it casting because it has to share a square to get.
Correct.
Okay. He's just gonna put guidance on Daniela.
Okay. Vadmila gets guidance for 1 round. And it's the one sharing the square. She is going to take another stab at Vadmila. And she misses. Tansden.
Yes. I am going to move into the square.
You're going to move into its square, or you're going to move up next to it? You don't have to be in its square to hit it, because you have reach compared to it.
Okay.
You want to try and hit it with something?
Yeah, I'm going to use my entertaining the scimitar. I will hit it with the scimitar.
All right.
A 19.
19, you strike her.
There's no bonus on the damage, it was only on the roll, correct?
Right, for bless. You have 1d6 plus your strength mod.
Oh, plus my strength bonus?
Yep.
Oh. There. What we get here? I rolled a 6.
6. What's your total?
6.
6. So you strike her, what you think is a solid blow, but it doesn't seem to have done very much to her at all. Almost like she's resistant to it. And she is going to try and stab Hansel again.
That was everything I had to do.
And she misses. And then she tries to get out. You're going to get an attack of opportunity, Hansel, as she launches herself straight up.
Alright, we are going to take that swing.
You better.
It's going to be a 19 to hit,
Okay, that is a hit.
12 points of damage.
She squeals in really bad pain as she moves herself out and away from you. Switch to your view. And she had dropped her bow, so she's going to leave it behind. 15, 20, 25. To Vadmila.
My turn.
Yep.
Alright, I am gonna take another swing at this little jerkwad at my
Use your
feet.
guidance.
Yes.
Gives you a +1 to hit.
2 hands. I just wanna like bat this thing across the
Cross club.
Yeah. Oh my god!
What'd you roll?
A 1.
A 1? Alright, so with the fumble cards, the way that you confirm a fumble is you make another attack roll versus the same armor class. If you don't beat it, you draw a fumble card.
Does she still get her guidance on that?
She still gets her guidance.
Okay, so then it's +5, so it's 15.
15?
Yeah.
Because you weren't power attacking the first time, were you?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I said
So-
I was swinging with 2 hands.
Draw a fumble card and read it aloud for the party for the melee section.
Better to give. Your attack damages you instead. Use your target's strength modifier.
Oh,
So I dash my own self in the face with my own ass. Or
Yep.
no, it's little. So as I'm swinging low at it, graze my own foot.
Graze your own foot and do your, what's it say, your strength modifier is damage?
No, your target's strength modifier.
Oh, your target strength
well,
modifier.
that's
Well, that works in your
Do I
favor.
still roll my...
so roll your damage.
Still roll your damage and subtract 2 from it. No, subtract 1 from it. I'm sorry.
8 minus 1 is 7.
So you take 7 damage.
That works.
Because it doesn't get her power attack, does it?
If she was power attacking, it gets her power attack.
What's that mean?
That means 2 more damage.
As you almost take your foot off, trying to swing at this thing at your feet, she giggles maniacally. To Hansel.
Alright. So I see that one take off, and I see that Mila, for some reason, hacked at her own leg.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, she's got this giant axe wound in her leg now. We're going to just walk over to the one next to her, and we're going to take a swing at it.
Oh, I guess that's your light. Yep. So you move over using 10 feet of your movement.
Yep. Might be things in my backpack, so I'll roll a different one. Regardless, it's going to be a 24 to hit
That is a hit.
for 8 points of damage.
And what's this one? She yelps in pain as you strike her. Then the one up by Tansden, she moves back another X and shoots again. Striking Tansden for 1 point of subdual and a fortitude save.
Not here. Do I have any other bonuses? We'll have to count those or anything like that over.
That's just
Okay.
versus fear and on your attack rolls.
In that case, I got 8 plus 3 is 11.
11 is a miss on fortitude save. You are going to be staggered for 1 round. Alright. Cheku.
It looks very perturbed that the barbarian decided to attack herself.
I didn't decide to, it just sort of happened.
And he is going to roll it to the side. And doesn't have much. Oh, heal for 9.
Better new healer.
And
That would come back up to 4.
she is in much better health setting.
Heal's gone.
Oh, my Subduals goes too?
Yes, your subdual goes away too. Then, the one at her
Am I
feet.
still staggered then?
Yeah.
That's from a different
Okay,
effect.
I'm just making sure I understand.
And actually, the stagger is just wearing off now, as the one at your feet takes its turn, striking you for 1 subdual and a fortitude save.
15.
15? Alright. That's fine. To Tansden, you are staggered. You can either take a move or a standard action. Let me switch to your view.
I'll just move up then.
So moving up.
I'll move into it square.
Yeah. She will get an attack. No, she won't, because she has a melee or a ranged weapon. So you step right in with her. And then it goes
Can I
to
be defensive?
choosing to fight defensively.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Then it is this one's turn. She is going to. We'll switch to another view here. Alright, so Cheku is going to get an attack of opportunity as the one who went around the tree flies right into his square.
Alright, he's gonna bite it.
He's going to bite it.
Checky's gonna bite it.
Yeah, he doesn't have a weapon drawn. 2.
That's kind of not weird.
It's not a natural one, is it?
No.
Okay. Alright, and she missed Cheku too. Then it goes to Vadmila.
Two-handed swing with my axe at the little piece of shit at my feet.
Power attack.
Very angry. Yes, I'm power attacking.
Alright.
Nat 20.
Ooh, roll to confirm. She goes from striking herself to
It's a 10.
it's a 10 total.
Yeah, plus or not? 11?
Oh, it's 11. So that's
Alright. So
Roll
that
6.
won't confirm, but to make 20s mean something meaningful, I'm going to use the same rules that the glass cannon guys have been using, and that is, if you don't confirm on a natural 20, you do max damage.
So max damage for me will be 12 plus 9 is 21.
21?
If I missed it, I was enraged because
Um, her maniacal laughter stops as she squeals in like really, really bad pain as you almost cut her in half with that blow.
And I like mockingly laugh back at her, like mimicking her laugh.
All right, Hansel.
Well, seeing as Avila seems to have that one under control now,
Finally, right?
we are going to turn our attention to the one that is annoying Cheku, and we're going to swing both swords at it.
Okay.
First one is going to be miss with a 7. Offhand, however, is going to not stay on the table. Offhand is going to be an 18 to hit.
The offhand hits.
Alright, and we have D10 plus 2 for 9 points of damage.
I accidentally took the hit points off the wrong one for Vadmila's attack. The one under Vadmila is now lying on the ground.
Okay, so yeah. they make
So
perfect
how much
sense.
damage did you do?
I did 9 to the one that's attacking Cheku.
That's this. Oops. Who'd like to? Hold on. There needs to be a marker, Nathan. Alright. This one is going to provoke an attack of opportunity as she is flying away from you. Actually, let me see if she actually does. What is your CMD?
My CMD.
Plus 10. because she's moving through your square, so plus 10.
Okay, 20.
Alright, so she does manage to safely get away. And she will go to there. And you feel that staggered condition wear off. Then she shoots at you
Exactly.
and misses.
Oh, finally.
Cheku.
Chuck was looking down at this thing, kind of bobbing his head around, you know, as like a cockatoo would. And he's just going to reach down to his belt and pull out the sickle and take a swipe at it.
Okay.
Ooh, 16 to hit.
16 is a miss.
Ooh.
She gets a con check. She does not make it, so she bleeds. To Tensden.
Okay. I will adjust again.
So moving into a little 10
Right
feet
into the
effectively.
square.
So using your full speed to step in, you can strike her this time if you'd like.
And I will attempt to. Let's see what we got here. I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
So roll another.
Alright, make another attack roll with the same bonuses.
I don't have any bonuses, so that's good.
Oh, you got your +1 from
Plus
Bless.
1, yeah. Well, I aim to please. I rolled a 4 plus 1.
Alright, draw a fumble card.
So that's that one.
That's the one with the d20 with a 1 on top. And read the melee one out loud to us.
Oh, well,
Hold on, it's
do
glasses.
this right.
Yep, get your glasses on because that text is kind of tiny.
I'm amused by these, honestly.
Okay, the melee one is... You fall prone and are blinded for 1d3 rounds. 4 negates.
Alright, so let me double check what the rule. It doesn't give a
That doesn't give a DC.
DC, so the DC is going to be
I'm eating dirt, so I'm hungry.
Well, you fall face first in
Is
the
that what the
snow.
title was?
Yeah, it says eat dirt.
Oh, this
Prone
is-
and are blinded for 1d3 rounds.
Alright, so the save DC is going to be equal to the target's AC. So go ahead and make a fortitude save to see if you can stop from being blinded.
That dice is out of the rest.
Put it in the bag.
Yeah, it's already infected everything.
Chris has notorious bad luck.
I did a
That's why we
bag
have to
flip
failed
and
that
it's
is
like goes in the
that
bag
next to
when it's
Chris.
done.
Yes, I will recharge. Thank you. 11 plus 1.
So 12. Okay, so you're going to be blinded. For how long did it say?
1d3.
Roll a d3.
Yeah, so magic one's
Okay, now you want to roll low. This is a bad time to roll high.
Right. Oh, you know I'm going to roll 6. You know, which would be a 3. Because it's 1, 2, and 2,
Yep.
3, and,
Yeah.
or, you know, yeah,
1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2.
Yeah, the magic one on the crit fail card I got to hit by the ugly forest.
I'm blind, can't see shit, and this whole thing's going to poke me in my booty.
And she is giggling maniacally as you fall into the snow and blind yourself by getting snow up in your eyes. And it's real cold, causing your eyesight to go away for a few moments. Then it's the one down on Cheku. Switch. She is going to provoke from Cheku because she's going straight up. Whoops.
You can straight up in here.
She's going straight this way, flying back.
Alright, he's gonna try to sickle her. for 16.
And another miss. And 5.
Oh, this last one. 17, 3 rolls in a row.
Wow.
Alright.
Oh,
Vamila.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. So the one at my feet was down, is what you said, because you put it on the wrong
Yep.
side?
You can just straight up murder it if you want to.
Yeah.
Coup de grace.
Yeah.
Alright. So roll crit damage.
So 2d12 plus.
Is it an axe?
Yeah, it's a great
Oh,
idea.
sorry, 3d12,
3d12
plus 27.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smoke.
It's 16 plus 27.
30, 43.
43.
So if that doesn't kill it, it's making that 146.
You cut her in half.
And I can still move, correct?
No, that is a full round action. So from there it goes to Hansel.
Alright, so I saw the one take off in that direction.
Yes. It took off up this way and went around the trees.
Alright, so move us one movement forward. So I guess that'd be 10, 20, so that put us just one north of Cheku on the path.
Okay, 10, 20 there.
Alright. And then can't really see where Chris's character went.
You can make a perception check.
Perception check.
If I see the footprints, is
24? No, 23.
You see that there is a trail up through here where he went barreling off into the snow.
Well, we can't leave him by himself, so we'll follow after him instead of chasing after the prey, because he may be in danger.
Making it a double move.
Yeah,
40.
that should be it.
And you can see he goes up and around through there. Oops. To the one up there. Now you're not helpless, so she can't try to coup de grace you. She is, however, going to move this way, and you see one of these creatures come into view, and she's drawing her bow back and takes a shot. You're guessing it would be at Tansden, striking him. Yes, because his AC is currently 12. Striking him for one subdual.
And he's prone, and she's shooting with the range, right?
She's in the next square over.
Okay.
One subdual and a 42 to save Tansden.
I don't think I made it. 10.
You did not. On top of everything else, you are now staggered. Cheku.
Alright. Cheku saw the one go off.
Mhm.
His movement is also 20. So, move him up just one south of Hansel. And he's going to kind of peer off because can he kind of tell where like anything was disturbed, if it like flew into a tree or anything like that.
15? No. It was flying, so.
Okay.
Okay, 2. Tensden.
Yeah.
You sound like so excited to try this.
I mean, you can try to stand up.
I'm like,
Can you try and stand up?
I'm gonna make an attempt.
Alright, standing up is pretty easy to do. So you stand up, and I'm going to leave your vision exactly like that because that's pretty much, actually here, it would actually be more like that. Is your vision current?
So, standing up is much.
Standing up is your move action. Alright, to...
Do you just stand up, that's it?
Yeah, I'm not prone. So that's good.
You just let me feel like you haven't done anything.
At this point,
I'm not really
we
thinking.
switch to Cheku. Cheku, you see a light shining from back over this way.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of bob his head and kind of like turn his good eye towards it. You know how birds do.
Yep. To Budmila.
What is dead? Can I look around and see if there's any more?
Yeah, you can make a perception check to see if you can figure out what's going on.
14.
14. You see the trail where Tansen took off through here.
I will follow that trail.
Okay, what's your speed?
20.
There's a single move. You move to your viewpoint. You're gonna double move.
Yes.
So you're able to get up to there. And as you turn the corner following that path that he so blatantly left behind, you can see another one of those critters. And she looks fairly harmed. Hansel.
Alright, well, I was going to charge.
Can't charge the difficult terrain.
Even with snowshoes?
Even with the snowshoes.
Alright. So we're going to double move up to it then.
20, 30, 40. Put you there. And go to... Oh, we'll go back to your light source. Because as you come up, she looks surprised, and she turns and snaps a shot off at you, which will provoke. She was not expecting anybody to join.
Oh, okay. So we're going to just swing a sword at it.
What's your... Never mind, I've got it here. She misses completely.
12 to hit.
12 is a miss. And then it's Cheku's turn.
Jackie's kind of looking at the light, so he's going to kind of cautiously head towards it.
Towards the light.
Yep.
10, 20. Gonna continue moving.
Yeah, he's going to move this full 40.
40. As he's coming around the corner, he sees kind of a sparkly effect happening. Looks like it might just be just around the tree.
Okay.
To Tansden. You are no longer staggered. You are still blind, however, you are not prone. So you can take an action. Here, let me get your line of sight fixed for you. What's that?
Lack of line of sight.
So, that's what you can see currently. You still have your scimitar in hand.
I'm just gonna yell out in rage, and I'm just gonna strike the head in front of me.
Okay, you're going to strike where you hear it, or are you going to just swing in front of it?
Right.
Make a perception check. Oh, you're pretty sure it's to your right. You heard it squeak in surprise. Go ahead and make your attack roll. And this has a 50% miss chance. You also have...
I ain't gonna get it anyway, so. But
What's your total?
I have. I missed. At least at first I thought it was another one, but it's 7.
7?
So 7. Yeah, it's a 7.
Alright, that is indeed a miss. Then it is this one's turn.
Cause you.
Goes to Ludmila.
Okay.
Alright, let's get what you can see, because you can actually see.
I can see things. I would like to get over to that thing so we can swing my axe at it.
So that would be 10, 20, 30, and 40. So you'll have to double move to get up to it.
Okay.
Then it is
Could I have snowshoes too?
Hansel's turn.
It's still not
This is deep snow.
This is deep, deep snow.
Okay,
This
so
this surpasses that.
Okay.
All right. So we are going to swing both swords at it. First one is going to be a 6 to hit,
That's a miss.
and the second one is going to be a 15 to hit.
15 is also a miss. And then she is going to make a 5-foot adjustment with her wings. And she's looking you guys over. Doesn't see that anybody is more harmed than the others except for the guy who's blind. So she takes a shot at the blind guy,
What a dick move!
Oh, I would.
striking him for 1 point of non-lethal damage and a fortitude save.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I would have done. Okay.
10. You are staggered once more. As he goes off to make sure that the dogs don't get wild. Welcome, Will.
Oh,
Just in time for Cheku's turn. While you're getting set up, I'm going to step away for just a moment. You guys can catch him up on what happened.
So, long story short, we found a bunch of crows.
frozen.
Yep. And then these little critters are attacking us. And we almost got off our own way.
No one's identified the creatures.
Nope. But they're very diminutive in size and very stabby and should be used with kind of bows and arrows.
The arrows are like that.
Okay.
And you can use a first level spell.
Which one?
Here.
We're on a new day.
Because I tried to cut my own foot off.
Yeah, you're on the second day. Let me switch views.
Okay. I need to read power spells.
It's like,
And that's where you're at and what you can see.
Oh, and you see a shiny light over there and a sparkle.
A shiny light and a sparkle.
Right over here.
Where was it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm probably gonna want to investigate the shiny.
So, moving again.
Yeah.
As you come around the corner,
Wait.
you can see
He used to kill it into me because then we would try to cut her own foot off.
Alright, so as you come around the corner there, having to use all of your movement to get there, that is what you see. And as you're looking at it, you can make a spellcraft check.
Okay. Oh, I don't have that.
You don't have spellcraft?
Nope.
Alright, they just look like shiny, sparkly lights.
What kind of lights?
Shiny, sparkly lights. Tansden! Let me go. Oh wait, Tansden!
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh, yeah, Tim's
attempt to stand up again.
You're still standing.
I'm
But-
staggered,
but-
right?
Yes, you are staggered, but you're no longer blind. As your vision comes back and your eyes warm up a bit after falling in the snow and freezing them. We've already hit the crit fumble deck twice.
Needless to, you don't even need to ask.
Well, there were two.
I'm just gonna stand ready defensively.
Going full defense? Okay.
So that way I'll let the big boys stand and get up there and do what they need to do. Sort of assess and see that they're gonna be able to do much more than I can do. And I can heal this
I say
game.
it's not there, but it is here.
Alright. Then,
Condition for defense.
cut his vision. Make a perception check. Cheku. Perception check.
That I can do. It's a 22.
22. Alright. What is your flat-footed armor class?
Oh, fuck. 14.
Make a fortitude save and take one non-lethal damage. As a numbing cold sets in. Or attempts to set in.
God, for that centipede. Oh, that's an 8.
You now have the staggered condition for a round.
One non. Wait, why?
The numbing cold from the attack. As she came launching herself out of the tree right into your square, you were so distracted that you didn't beat her stealth of 40 with your perception.
Nice.
She rolled a natural 20.
Size bonus.
Size bonus and everything else. And she is now in your square. Vedmila,
Yep.
what you gonna do?
would
Let me
like
switch
to
to your
step up.
move. Alright, so you're gonna advance. And you can do a...
Take a swing at it, power attacking with my axe.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack roll.
These little snow things. Who's less? I got one up now.
Bless is still going.
Okay. So then that is 16.
16? That is a miss. 2. Hansel.
Alright, so I can move up to it going under the cover of the tree.
Yep.
These coniferous trees, I'm assuming?
Yes, they are coniferous trees.
So we are going, and it's currently flying.
It is currently flying at about 5 feet off the ground.
Alright. So we're going to move into that square, and we're going to be kind of like swinging our bastard sword going upward. Like, you know, when you're going to catch a fly, you swing it from underneath.
Yep.
Is a hit.
13 is a miss. Then it's her turn. She is back 5 feet. And
It's pretty good.
head up this way. Alright. Cheku!
Oh, your cycle's probably. Your cycle. It's really just for show. It's not there to do damage. I guess. Can I cast Cause Fear?
Indeed you can. Are you going to cast defensively?
Can I adjust 5 feet and cast?
No.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, I'll cast defensive.
Alright. Make your caster level check, or your concentration check.
It's 20 plus caster level
Plus your casting
plus
stat modifier.
modifier.
And if you have combat casting, add 4 onto that. DC is 15 plus twice the spell level.
So 13 or better. 13. Woo! I got it!
She gets a will save. What's the DC?
It's first level spell. 10, 1, 15.
15? Okay. She suddenly looks panicked. How long does it last?
Ooh, now I get to roll. Three rounds.
3 rounds? Alright.
Right, staggered if I can only move or stand.
So she is frightened. For the same amount of time. Alright. To Tansden. Let me switch to your viewpoint. She flew up this way and around the tree somewhere. But you guys lost sight of her.
I'll double move over this way.
Where to? So like 10, 20, 30,
Up that way.
30. You want to go up to here, 40? Good shot. Alright, you don't see her anywhere from where you're at.
Okay.
To here. Cheku, you will get an attack of opportunity as she bolts out of your square, or out of your hex.
Oh, that's an that one.
Hey. And the way that the cards work is when you're confirming the fumble, you roll versus the same AC you were trying to hit.
Oh, right. 17.
17?
No, sorry, 7.
7.
Yeah, let's try that again.
Okay.
Minus 7.
Draw a card.
Ugh.
You had a -7?
Nope. That one.
No, I have I rolled a 7, I have a -2 to hit, so really it's a 5. With sickle, I believe it's slashing.
Yeah. Melee. Read it out loud for everybody.
Bohemian Earspoon, you are deafened until healed. DC 15 heal check. I don't know how that.
Does it have a fortitude save? Okay, so you're just straight out deafened.
Sucks.
As you smack yourself in the side of the head, drawing back to hit her.
That sounds right.
Let's add deafened condition.
That's what happened to me. I thought I almost popped off my foot.
That's 3 crit fumbles. I like these cards.
I would like to get a critical hit so we can see what that deck looks like.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty lonely.
All right.
The magic one on my card was hit by the ugly force. And it was,
She is going to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
just not my stick with the whole thing.
60.
Not bad.
Yeah, she may make it off the map. Alright. Budmila,
Where'd it go?
it flew up around that tree up here.
Can I go around the tree and see if I can see?
Indeed you can. So, there's 10, there's 20, there's 30, there's 40. We're going to move it to the intersection since the trees are there. And you can see right here, that's Tansden. But you
Wait,
don't
where'd
see.
it go?
I don't know. I didn't see which way it went.
Hansel!
Alright. So things are around behind me. So let me look around the other way. Try to pinch him with it off. But I hear the discussion about it being
Yeah,
not there.
you hear both like, where'd it go?
Excuse me.
Well, with how small it is, it's probably gone at this point. So we're gonna just check these out here and head back to the trail. So 40, calling his name.
20, 30, 40. As you come out, oops. It's right there.
Son of a bitch.
She squeals in surprise, and then she's going to charge you, provoking.
All the tail.
23 to hit
You hit.
for 10 points of damage.
She screams, and you manage to knock her attack off center, and she misses. Cheku.
Which direction did the thing that attacked me go?
This way.
It went that way?
Yes.
Okay. And I assume I don't see it.
However, when you look over, you see that yeah, Hansel is fighting one. You're not sure if it's the same one you're fighting.
Start moving towards Hansel.
Alright, so 10, 20, 30, 40. What's your speed?
20.
Okay. And double move gets you to there. To Tansden. You heard a squeal from somewhere behind you and then a cry of pain.
I'm gonna move forward to that. Tell them to move forward.
10, 20, 30, and you see that it is there with Hansel. So double move to get there. Switch back. So you see the one that's terrified, Cheku, just bolts on down this way.
Okay.
And on deeper into the forest. But Mila.
That's all I really look at.
I'm gonna start heading back towards the trail since the last one went.
Alright. So that would be 10, 20, 30, 40. And as you come through the trees, you see that it's there with Hansden.
Was that one movement or was that all of them?
That was all of it.
Because we're both right there.
Yep.
That's why it's Kingston.
Or Hansel. Now it's Hansel's turn.
Alright. We're going to take a careful look at this guy. We're going to study it as a move action, and then we're going to hit it with one of the swords.
Alright.
This one. Good thing, 2, 13.
13. That is a miss. She
I guess it's kind of like trying to hold a chihuahua.
She is going to try and stab Hansel. She misses, and then she's going to try and acrobatics her way out of here. She saw her other friend. Hansel, what is your CMD plus 10?
25.
You're going to get an attack of opportunity, as will Hansden, as she shoots straight up, trying to get up above and out of your reach.
$18 to hit. Or no, 19 to hit.
19 is a hit. Hanson?
That's just straight up. Plus 1, 18.
Both of you hit.
Should have been in
Damage.
15 points of damage from Hansel. Max damage.
Damn, but you know, we got the old common strike.
You got it. You got max damage once. Did you just roll max damage?
6. This is the leaf of forgiveness right there. That is twice I've gotten that.
She only gets up 15 feet as between the two of you, you stagger her. She's just kind of floating there in the sky for a moment. Cheku! You see this thing floating up in the air. Looks like she's kind of staggered.
I'm sit and watch and wait for it to fall. I'll approach like half, not like a full movement. But I'll do like a.
That's just a regular move. To Tansden.
I'm gonna attack you.
She is 15 feet up.
Oh,
You got a reach weapon?
Try to bite one.
You want to start a weapon at it?
Oh, so she's moved where she is right now.
She is straight up.
Straight up.
Oh. I got you. She went up.
Yeah, your archer was poisoned and went back to town with the elf and the half-orc.
That's it. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't. My spells will not give me any variety here.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, nothing I have can do anything. Is it dark or anything, or can you see her?
And it's late in the day. It took you most of the day to get here.
So it is sort of dark.
Yeah, it's heading towards sunset.
Okay.
It is outside right now.
Yeah,
I'll just cast light,
so you guys can all see her.
and everybody can see her real well. So she tries to move, we'll see shadows and such.
Oh, that's too bright.
Oh my. My bad. Turn it down a little bit.
Wow. That's far brighter than what I thought it was going to be.
Well, it's washing out with the vision lights.
Yeah. Here, let's see, whose vision do I have on?
Should be Vincent's.
Yeah, I don't know why it's washing out then.
You're not that holy, Chris.
Yeah. Long way from it.
Nathan, we need a brightness meter on these guys.
Give us a dimmer switch.
Better. From Tanzan to the Bless has gone away.
Bless.
To Radmila.
So it's up in the air.
Yep,
I can't reach it.
not with a melee weapon. And you could try and throw your great axe at it.
I would like to try to do that.
Alright, make a ranged attack, so use your dex instead of your strength.
Okay.
So, front page.
Are you going to use your power attack with it? Yes, you can use power attack on thrown weapons.
So that'll be -2, so it's going to be a straight up roll.
With a -4 because you're throwing something that's not intended to be thrown.
20 feet for that. That's a pretty solid roll.
24,
Okay, so 15.
13.
13 is going to be a miss.
And my axe.
And your axe is now, let me go to the cartographer.
Well, my next thing is going to be to try and retrieve that axe.
Apparently I don't have a
The
battle
beat is
axe.
throw
So,
anything, not throw everything.
For everything, those are fun.
yeah, throw anything belts are fun.
No, I think she had that in that one, but she's like trying to say
Alright, so your axe lands over there. Then it goes to Hansel.
Alright, this thing's kind of fluttering above me.
Yep.
I'm going to look over at Panston. Panston has a shield, correct?
I think so.
No, no shield? Well, that shoots that thing in the foot.
Maybe a springboard off the
Yeah,
shield.
that's what we're going to
He's
do.
going to try and do a daring maneuver.
So,
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
tell him,
I'll
or
lean down.
tell him to cup his hands and give me a boost, and then I'm going to hold an action until he's in that position.
Okay, so you're readying.
Alright, I guess it would be running instead of delaying. So I'm waiting for qualifier to happen.
She. She is going to take a standard action. She drops her short sword, and then she points her hands down, putting her thumbs together, and chants a spell, and it will catch both Tansden and Hansel in it. Both of you need to make will saves.
Will saves?
Yep.
Okay. That's good. That was the best time to roll that. Uh, 20, 21 if it's a attack that deals cold damage, a spell-like ability, or supernatural ability from an evil arcane spellcaster.
Alright, she is Nispelung, but she's not arcane. Either way, both of you manage to close your eyes in time as the color spray washes over you. And she then takes a point of damage. She was hoping that would knock you out, so she would be fine. And she falls to the ground.
I was like, if it's the nutty bars, you have to look at that.
Oh, that's
That's bugging you.
Well, I'll have to jump up and get her, but it's okay for Chris to do his thing.
Right.
So I'm still leaning down.
Yeah, I'm
She
still
is
waiting for you.
fluttering to the ground. And then it is Cheku.
So she's to the ground.
She's fluttering to the ground.
She's kind of dealing with one of these things. Still not in reach yet.
She's diminutive? in
Yes,
size?
she is diminutive. So she's like this tall.
How high up around is she now?
Probably close to 10 feet. She's just kind of fluttering down because of her size. And her weight, which is next to nothing.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself, and I'm going to continue to move closer towards her.
So you're moving closer.
Yeah.
Alright, to Tansden.
I will lean down in a fortified position, sort of like bracing myself,
Okay.
clasp my hands together.
And then
Well, Hanzo is going to
make an acrobatics check.
put a boot in his hand and acrobatic jump. Or straight up acrobatics.
Straight up acrobatics. Yeah, it would be the jump.
Okay, I was going to say that that's a worse penalty, that's why I was double checking. A total of 7.
Total of 7. That is not going to be enough to get there.
I'm like, over.
It's just like.
So not enough to quite get there, but I do see it's fluttering back down now.
Yes. Sorry, had to work. No, but she asked me to come in, and I've already had alcohol today, so
Okay.
I can't go in legally. Alright. Tansden, Hansel. She is not in the fight. And she will hit the ground at the end of the round. I assume you guys are going to finish her off. Alright. Alright, it only took you 12 rounds. And the sun is getting ready to set, and you guys are getting cold. If you want to go ahead and make your camp.
I think that would be wise.
It's probably for the best.
Alright. I assume the two non-casters are going to take watch.
Sure, yep.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, well, I'm not going to believe it. This is actually a caster.
Yeah, Chris is a caster. Alright, so you guys set up camp, and we roll some dice. Alright. And you guys are uninterrupted. And we'll go ahead and we'll take our break here.
And we've had, it's been 2 nights since the Pathfinder, or since the log trap.
Yes. Whoops. Alright, we are back. And as I said, your night passes uneventfully and you start onward once again. As you travel on, relatively early in the morning, you come across a narrow game trail that winds its way through the trees and undergrowth here. Hoof prints mark the underlying snow leading in both directions. Get some vision. And that is what you see, and the hoof prints just kind of follow the game trail. You guys continue on down the way. Here. An elk just kind of wanders out onto the trail. And then it calmly looks at you guys. And everybody make a perception check.
For Cheku.
6.
Alright. It stops and is just standing there looking at you. And then the weirdest thing. Hello.
I just squawk real loud, like startled.
It's just standing there looking at you.
Hello?
Totally surprised, yeah. Hello?
It kind of paws at the ground and... What are you doing here?
Can I move forward slowly?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start to approach it.
Looking a little more closely at it?
Yeah, but I'm like kind of like approaching and like prostrating myself, like kind of like bowing a little bit in reverence to this creature. Could it be that you are a spirit of this forest?
No, I'm an elk.
But how is it that you are talking to it?
Elks don't talk to you normally?
No.
Just loud bird squawk. No?
What brings you to our forest?
We were looking for someone named Lady Argentea.
No idea.
You haven't seen anything or anyone bringing the...
No. So you're just looking for a lady? What, she?
She's kind of an important lady.
Two-legger like you?
Yes.
Oh, that one looks kind of odd. Looking right at Cheku.
Still, I'm in mild bewilderment of this talking elk. Somehow I am convinced that it is part of the spirit world.
Well, then... You haven't seen anyone bringing any two-leggers, as you called us. Is it alright if we keep pressing on to see if we can find her?
You don't want to stay and talk for a while?
We're worried if we leave her longer that we may be too late to find her alive.
I mean,
Otherwise,
that is the
we'll
way of
have to
nature.
stand here and talk to an elk.
Perhaps you would like to join us as we walk for a while.
I mean, I could.
And then you can ask your questions.
True, that I could. As you guys are standing here talking with it, go ahead and make sense motive checks. You can do sense motive unskilled.
16.
16.
Four.
8.
Also 4.
The stag just kind of walks up, and it's looking at you guys, it's sniffing you, and you guys smell kind of right.
Happens when we're on the trail.
Need a proper musk.
Okay. Not really quite as well.
Come closer.
Knew that would happen. Okay. I'm gonna approach. I'm just swearing into it.
As you do, he looks at you, turns his head to the side, turns his head to the other side, starts to kind of spin it around, and as its tail end faces you, just this liquid sprays out, and it smells horrendous.
Is it just me?
Yeah. It smells absolutely horrible. So bad, I mean, everybody can make a fortitude save. As it expressed its anal glands.
Well, I'm thinking we won't be, you know what I mean? Like we won't be detected by,
No, it would just smell like shit.
I'll smell like shit, but they'll just think it's
15.
I mean, I smell like a bird. I don't smell like people. Where we get away from
42?
the lands of
18.
fortitude.
Yeah, it's a horrible smell, but so far 3 of you are okay.
22.
Alright.
Bits of it go in your mouth as you were surprised.
I got the blast of the most of it anyways. You bungled spray me, right?
And it starts chuckling. Like, almost... You would almost say maniacally. And it continues to kind of walk in its circle. And everybody make another sense motive check.
Can I detect magic?
Yes, you can.
Can I study it real quick?
Yeah.
I think I should have blasted it.
I got a 21.
9.
Sense motive.
22.
Motherfucker.
Because I studied it.
Well,
12? And what was what he was?
9.
13.
Oh, yeah. You're still deafened.
Yeah.
So I would
I probably haven't
assume
heard much of what it's saying.
I would assume
Until I
that
got
because that
close.
requires a heal check to remove. I would assume.
DC 15.
Alright, so he's no longer deafened. You two realize the voice isn't coming from the elk. And it's coming from the area that the elk is in, but it's not coming from the elk.
Okay. Did my detect magic do anything?
No. Nothing magical has happened. And as both of you start to get this neat kind of, what, wait a second, kind of look going, and the other two are standing there just going along with, hey, it's a talking elk. Must be a magical beast of some sort.
Talking elk, and we smell like pee.
There is a scream, and then where is this? Aha.
Does everybody hear it, or just those two?
Everybody hears the scream as this guy, let me bring up the image, appears on the back of the elk. Another diminutive creature, vaguely humanoid, and,
Nobody's forgot what it is.
well, it's different from the last thing you fought.
Can I attempt to identify it?
Once we get into the surprise round, yes.
I'm probably not going to be able to.
Alright, so on its turn, the elk rears back and does a full attack action on, let's see, he can't reach the other one. However, Cheku saw through it. So, first tries to gore him. What is Cheku's AC?
16.
The gore strikes for 4 damage.
Oof.
One of the hooves missed, but the other hoof hits for 2 damage.
Total of 6?
Yep. At the same time, the creature leaps into the air and dives into Vadmila's square and attempts to attack her, striking her for 1 subdual and a fortitude save as you feel that same numbing cold seep into your muscles.
14.
14. So,
And I have to drop.
you are fine.
Yeah.
Hansel, you get to act on the surprise round.
Alright. They're going to study the small creature.
Alright, so move action to study. Then it goes to Cheku.
Oh, I need
Oh,
5 foot
my bad.
drops.
Take 2 of those damage off because he couldn't attack with both of his hooks as well. Because he only gets a surprise action out of it. That's my bad.
That's alright.
Alright,
Still need to 5 foot adjust the fuck away from that thing.
can't 5-foot adjust. Difficult terrain.
Then I move.
Just moving back.
Yeah.
Alright,
Real far away.
back. 10. Keep on going.
Yeah, at
You will
least
get an
20
attack
feet.
of opportunity.
Um,
No, you move straight back out.
I'm gonna need a full.
There's 20.
Yeah. And then I'm going to guidance.
Yeah.
That's right. Default rank.
However, you can make your knowledge nature check.
Oh, sick.
Because that is a free
Knowledge
action.
nature. Let's go. That's an 18.
18 is you actually do know what this is. It is an Atomi. It's a type of Fae.
Okay.
You know that they're resistant to damage, and you need fire or cold iron to get by it. They do have a few spells, and by the looks of it, this one looks like, I mean, it's just one with the cold is the best way you could describe it.
Okay.
Alright, Tansin was surprised. And then the first round. He goes first, and he tries to stab Vadmila again. What is your AC?
17.
Striking Vadmila for 1 subdual as well as a
Fort check.
fort check. you become staggered. Alright, and then the stag will rotate and go after Tansden. He is going to do a full round attack this time. Alright. As he lashes out with his antlers, he strikes Tansden for 8 damage. And then he, what is his bonuses here? What is your AC? 14? Okay, so I gotta make... Alright, so it loses its last hook attack, and I need... Alright. This is a natural attack. He can only take a move. He's off balance, and he can only take a move action on his next turn.
Nice.
Off balance.
Okay. I'm still entertained by his idea with the rest of the ones.
So that's effectively going to make him staggered. We'll call it that. Then it is Hansel's turn.
Alright, so I see this little blue order attacking my little dwarven friend.
Yep.
Alright, we got steady target turned on it, and we are just gonna swing one of the bastard swords off at it.
Okay.
For a 21 to hit,
That is a hit.
for 10 points of damage.
10. That was a very telling blow. He suddenly does not look well. Okay. From Hansel to Bedmila. He is... Alright, go ahead and make your attack.
Power attack 2 units. 12.
12 is a miss. Cheku.
You attack the creature.
Yeah.
The town. You're getting swung on by the elk. The creature looks pretty weak. I'm gonna cast Barb Chains on the elk.
What does that spell do?
I will read that. You summon a chain from another realm, causing it to burst from the ground, and land a strike on the target within the spell's range. You can have the chain either make a melee attack or a trip combat maneuver against the target. And that's actually what I want to do. I want to try and trip it.
Okay.
My roll is going to be... What do I do for that? Base attack bonus plus spell modifier. I don't think I have an attack bonus. Because I'm first level, so it's 15?
15, it does not trip it.
Damn. It does have to make a will save though. 15.
What happens if it fails?
If it fails, it's shaken for 1d4 rounds.
Go ahead and roll.
That is 1 round.
Alright. And from there it goes to Tansden. Tansden, you have this elk in your face that clearly was not a talking elk.
Alright.
And it just rocked your world before it threw itself off balance with one of its hook strikes.
need to get out of there. I have 1 hit point. Can I adjust back or?
Stepping back,
Yeah.
so you move 10 feet, well, the equivalent of 10 feet. And then, you're going to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm able to cast a heal on myself.
Indeed. Aren't you a merciful healer?
Yes.
You didn't need to move.
Well, he's the one who moved out of danger. You guys
I
get
know.
rocked next
Okay,
turn.
yeah. As a merciful healer, you don't provoke when you cast cure spells.
Okay.
Ever.
Good. In that case. Let's see. What do I cast for? I had it
For
ready.
cure light,
Yeah.
it's 1d8 plus your cleric level.
So, D8 plus 1. 6 points of damage back.
Alright. So what's that put you at?
7.
7?
Yeah, so
That's
7.
respectable.
Do I lose my subdual?
Yeah, your subdual goes away completely. Alright, then it goes back up to the top, which is this creature, and he... Ooh, tough call. He goes invisible. And he's trying to do it defensively. And he made that, so he just flat disappears.
That's a thing they do. But that's a thing they do.
Alright. The stag is going to provoke, because it's turning and running. So that is going to be its movement action. But Mila, you can make an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Or I can do it.
You use power attack on your action, so you have to use it. It's for power attacks for the whole round.
Okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
15.
15? That is a hit. Damage.
20.
20? It drops to the ground and is bleeding.
You hit the elves, right?
Because the little guy went invisible. And that was an attack of opportunity.
Oh, come on, I disappeared.
It lets out a mournful wail as it falls to the ground bleeding.
Oh, yeah, we're good in that one. The bird's gonna be all over that shit.
Yeah, don't even have to look at this. Great.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
And whoops. Hansel. That elk is on the ground bleeding. You can no longer see the thing that was riding it.
Can you do a spellcraft check to see exactly what it did?
Yes.
18.
18, it definitely used an invisibility power on itself. It wasn't invisible at first when you guys first encountered it. It just had a really good hide, ability to hide. Now it actually went invisible.
On top of that, Mila. So we are going to walk over to the elk.
Okay.
And
Gonna attack it.
no, actually, we're going to call out to the thing. And tell it to show itself. Or we're going to end its pet suffering.
That would be an intimidate check.
Alright, let's get this with this -2 modifier. 13.
13. Okay. But Mila, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to stand ready to take a swing at that thing if it shows itself again.
So, ready in action to attack on sight. To Cheku. Ah. Very, very, very faint aura of an illusion. It's kind of dispersed.
General direction.
Ahead of you. Down the trail, more so. Ahead of the party, how's that?
Okay. Then I'll let everybody know that it seems like it has started to flee.
Okay. To Tansden.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to move over to Birdman.
Okay.
Turn you off.
Harvey.
And then what are you going to do?
I'm going to. I'll cast my other Cure Lightning.
Okay. 1d8 plus 1. How much were you down, Checker?
I was down 4.
You got your full back.
Hey, that's all I wanted. Thank you.
Alright. And let's see. Alright. Hansel, you get struck for 1 subdual and a fortitude save. As at the last moment before it, as it's entering your square, it suddenly becomes visible and strikes you.
So fortitude save.
No, because it not yet.
And it's cold damage.
Yes, it is cold damage.
So I get +1 my fortitude save for that. 10.
You are staggered, and then Badmila, you get your action now. Action, staggered.
So close.
Is 20.
23 is a hit. As it's coming visible, it lets out an angry squeak would be the best description of it. Because it is still diminutive.
I did my feelings
21. And as it's trying to pull up and out of the way, Vadmila strikes it, splitting it in half.
So eat these little things.
Contract.
You know what they are?
It's not really.
Doesn't it tell me? They're pesky little creatures.
And what are you guys going to do with the elk now that the Atomi is quite dead as fuck?
Well, I mean, it showed itself, so I'm not going to kill the elk.
I will, because I don't want to leave it there something.
So coup de grace,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll a crit damage. So 3d12 plus 27, I think is what I heard earlier.
Yep. Wow, that's the saddest.
That's 11. 11 is going to do.
22.
22 plus 27, 49.
Alright, it is dead as fuck as well. Add the experience under the tracker. Alright. So, clear that out. It didn't piss on him. It expressed its anal glands.
Yeah.
And actually, it didn't express them. The Atomi did.
Right. What do you do? Stick a finger in it? Give it a squeeze?
Good squeeze on either side. I mean, it is Fae. Fae do have a twisted sense of humor. Yes, he has a diminutive rapier, and I believe that is it.
Letter opener. File your name.
Yes, that is all he has, is a diminutive rapier.
I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna like kind of pin it into my parka.
Okay. And pressing onward.
Or like gremlins. Pretty much.
Alright, so shortly after noon, you guys will arrive at the next location.
Same day?
Yeah.
Same day.
Morning.
And kind of shortly after, because probably around the Woods.
Alright, so I forgot to put the object there. As you guys are approaching, you come across a human-sized snowman standing in the middle of the trail before a frozen stream. A crude wooden sign leans against it and bears the words, "Trespassers, turn back." And let me hop over here and add it. I'm going to use a scarecrow because I don't have a snowman.
Head on the carrot.
Alright, so that is where you see the snowman.
And it's written in common.
It is written in common. Little wooden sign leaning up against it.
Is the water moving?
It's frozen.
How big is this wooden sign?
Probably a foot by a foot. Big enough that you can read it from where you're at.
Okay.
So you're just gonna walk on past?
Yep.
You guys following her?
Is that what I think
I'd
Benjamin
like
would
a
do?
perception check.
Alright, so we'll move her back. Hold on just a second. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Let's say HP one time.
I didn't see anything.
What's your total?
Uh, 12.
12? Yeah, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Other than the fact that there's a snowman.
Do you wanna do this?
Anybody else doing anything as she's going on? Or are you just going to follow her?
Walk up with her, but we're going to expect to sign a little bit more closely in the snowman.
You're going to stop in front of the snowman?
Yeah.
Alright, so as you guys are walking up, what about Cheku?
Can I detect magic on the snow?
Yeah.
Doing that.
So you're going to stay back there with Tansim and detect magic?
I'll probably move up in front of him.
Up in front of the snowman?
No.
Or in front of Tansim? Right there?
Non-magic.
There is a faint aura of... Let me see. There is a faint aura of evocation coming from somewhere. And right as you're getting that, I need fortitude saves from both Vanilla and Hanzo.
Do that snowman.
Okay.
21, 22 if it's cold, or
It is not cold.
spell-like ability, supernatural abilities that you work in spellcasters.
Alright, so
So base is 21.
21. And what was Vanilla's?
10.
Vanilla is stunned. However, both of you take 5 points of damage as there is just a sonic blast that erupts from the snowman. Absolutely decimates the snowman.
You said 5.
Yes. And let's see. Vanilla,
Somebody had track.
right? Only
That's my
sound.
other character, that's why I said I'm gonna walk past this. I have a feeling
I
you
should have had my 10-foot roll out.
Yeah.
Saw it coming and brings the impact. It's like, oh shit.
Like, as I said, I'm gonna walk past it internally as a player. I'm like, this is a bad
This is a bad
But
idea.
I think this is what Vanilla will do.
Alright, so
I'm going to
Vanilla
do
is
it.
stunned. Everybody is surprised by it. And from under the ice, you guys see 2 small creatures come into view as they just kind of melt out of the ice. Let me get an image here for you. That is what they look like. It's almost like they swim up through the ice. And then, let's see, it doesn't cost me anything to do. They come, what's this? All right. 10, 15, 20. They come rushing up, and that'll be all they get to do on their surprise round. To Vadmila. The stun is just wearing off as these things come running up to you.
Okay, can I even do anything when I'm stunned?
You are no longer stunned.
Okay, I'm no longer stunned. So I can take a swing at this one that's in front of me.
Yes.
Alright, attacking from the butt punch.
You hit some of the ice on it, and it seems like the ice deflects your attack. Cheku,
Okay.
you see these things. Do you have knowledge arcana or knowledge defense?
I do have plans.
Go ahead and make a planes check.
20.
These are ice elementals.
Okay. So I have this really dumb idea. And I don't know if it's going to do anything, but it sounds really funny. As I'm looking in my spell list,
Yeah?
I want to cast Dancing Lights.
Okay.
4 little orbs of light. I want them to 2 orbs to appear right in front of the face of both of the ice elementals, right in their eyes.
Okay. So basically like right in their squares?
Yeah. Just so they're like kind of blinded or caught off guard. I know it doesn't really do anything like that, but it sounds
Distraction.
Is there a save for that spell? I don't remember.
It's a harmless thing.
It's a basically movable light spell.
It just sounded funny. I just picture it blinding them for a second.
It was surprising them. Gosh.
Alright, to Tansden. Your party has, but the enemies have. So 10, 20.
I'll stay behind them both.
Okay, so that's a single move action there.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
Double move.
yeah.
Okay. Double move to there. Hansel.
Well, you know, there's no quitter. So we're going to take a step forward.
Okay, just a second. You're stepping out onto the ice.
Yep.
Alright, so as you step on the ice, it's going to be 2 squares of movement for
Yep.
each, and yep, so it's just 5, 10. So you step up onto the ice.
Oh, I can move across ice at normal speed.
Huh?
Ice Walker.
Ah. You still need to make a reflex save, right?
Ignore the acrobatics penalty.
Get a channel from
Okay.
Yeah, so ignore the acrobatics penalty and can move across ice at normal speed.
Okay.
So we're just gonna step up to it.
Which one are you going after?
I'm gonna go with the one that's actually fully over the ice, not the one that's in range of Mila.
Okay.
And we're just gonna swing one bastard sword at it. 13 to hit.
13 is a miss. From there it goes to their turns. So, the one in front of Admila swings, putting both of its icy arms together and seems to be swinging for the fences. What is Admila's AC?
17.
And that one misses. The other one does the same thing going after Hansel. Definitely misses.
Are these little or are they?
They're size small.
So they're bigger than the other things.
Vadmila.
I'm gonna swing at this one again, once again with my axe.
Swinging for the fences too.
Oh yes.
Somebody dropped it.
It was me. I knocked it with my elbow. That's a 7. I don't think that hits.
That does not hit. Cheku!
Time for you to take a nap.
Everyone looks pretty hurt.
Those two look a little abused.
So,
You're up to you.
I'm going to step forward and cast Cause Fear again.
Doing a single move? Like a,
Yeah.
okay. Which one are you casting it on?
I'll cast it on the closest one to me.
Alright. I'll look something up. Alright, what's it say at BC? And it gets a 15 exactly with no bonus. Then it goes to Tansden.
Okay, I'm gonna channel heal.
Alright.
They haven't taken any damage. Just our people have. So that's a 1d12.
1d6.
Channel positive energy.
I don't know why it's putting that in there as a d12. Something's up with
that's
BCG.
2d12. That's what's weird.
Yeah, it's 1d6.
1d6? Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's go.
What's that?
That's okay.
Supernatural.
It's 2.
means it's a supernatural ability.
Okay, 1d6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody gains 1 back,
I aim to please.
except for Checker.
Yeah, still good.
Hansel.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, we did
Alright,
take
so
a
now I'm
hit.
up close on this thing. So we can do a knowledge arcana to figure out what this thing is.
Yep. Or the plans.
8 on the knowledge arcana.
It's something made of ice.
Alright. We're gonna swing 2 swords at it.
Okay.
We're gonna swing first sword. 15 to hit.
15 is a miss, I believe. Yes, 15 is a miss.
Alright.
Once again, it seems like its ice is too tough for you to bust through. And your offhand.
Offhand, 16 to hit.
That actually busts through. Damage.
10 points of damage.
It does not. No damage reduction. So, you said 10?
Yep.
That almost completely breaks it. And then their turn. The one on Vadmila tries to swing for the fences again. This time striking her for 2 physical and 2 cold, plus a fortitude save. As you feel that numbing cold seep into your bones.
Total of 4.
Huh?
Total of 4.
Total of 4? Yes. You are staggered. Oh, it fell off of my thing. Alright. And then the other ones, the one that's now wounded takes a swing at. And Yours was 18?
17.
17? Okay.
Yeah, so let's talk about 18.
It misses as well. Or it misses this time. Then it goes to Vadnila. You are staggered. Either a standard or a move action. Your choice.
Still attack it, correct?
You can still attack, yes.
We're gonna try to do. That's an 18.
That is a hit. Damage?
19.
And you absolutely crush it. It breaks down into small chunks of ice. To Cheku.
I'm going to cast Cure Light.
On me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to remember what you're
That's 9 points.
How about you? Thinking about the 15?
Yep. And so it'll be 17.
Alright. Tansden.
Because I can't really heal right
And Hansel's a little wounded.
now. Just a little bit.
All I have is channel and I'm gonna heal him. He just beat the hell out of him.
You can start to move up if you want.
Yeah, I'll start to move
As you're stepping out on the ice, make a reflex save. Or sorry, not a reflex save, an acrobatics check.
But I thought I was saying
up.
something.
What do I roll on that?
Reflex. It's on the front page of your app.
You said acrobatics.
Or acrobatics, sorry, that's on skills.
So it's your dex modifier. Because you don't have the ranks in it.
I thought it was another jump. Nine.
9? Alright. You're stopping there, but you didn't fall.
Oh, I had a -3. So it wasn't bad.
Hansel.
Alright. This thing in front of me is looking pretty beat up. We're just gonna take the one sword and swing at it. Probably hit.
That is a miss. Then on its turn, it is going to take a move action. It steps out of your reach. Actually, it's doing a withdrawal.
Yeah.
And it moves over to there. Okay. To Vadmila. You are no longer staggered.
Is there any point to chasing that thing?
And it's looking back at you guys. Like, it's not quite done yet.
I will try to go out on the ice to meet it.
Alright. Make an acrobatics check. Are you going straight towards it, I assume?
Yeah. He's not gonna go up. No, I don't want you to download YouTube.
That's good.
There's 12.
Alright. So there's 10. And another acrobatics check, because you're going to have to double move if you want to get there.
That's a 1.
All right.
I didn't roll a 1. I rolled
You
a 5.
skid and slip and slide and reflex save.
Well,
The ice shatters underneath you, and you fall into the water to about 6 feet in depth. You actually bounce off the bottom as you fall in, and
I don't think I'm 6 feet tall.
nope. You're gonna take 1 point of non-lethal and a fortitude save. All right. From there, it goes to Cheku. You just saw the ice break underneath Vedmila, and she fell in.
Well, that's
And
not
you
good.
almost think that ice creature's laughing.
You get her out of the water. And I'm just gonna kind of stand there.
Tansden, you saw her fall into the water. She is actually in this square, but it looks better if she's down in the water. And at this point, she's kind of sputtering and just barely holding herself up. She'll have to make a swim check on the next action.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to try this, but I'm going to let her down.
Stepping up to help her?
Yeah.
All right. Which way are you going? You going into this hex or this hex?
I will go to this side.
Okay, make an acrobatics check as you're scooting across the ice.
Oh yeah, I face plant.
You slip and fall on your butt. What's your total?
0.
0? Yeah, you definitely fall on your butt. You missed it by 5.
I have a negative 3 and I rolled a 3.
So you are sitting on the ground
Hey, what's going on?
to Hansel.
Alright. I see my compatriot down in the water. I see the thing. I see my compatriot. I see the thing. I'm gonna let out an exasperated sigh. And we're going to drop our weapons, reach into our backpack, grab my rope, and throw the end of the rope at her.
All right. And then as it's moving forward, it glides down through the ice and disappears under the water.
Ice jaws.
Vedmila, you feel something sharp and edgy, like brush past you. Vedmila, there's a rope there.
I'm grabbing the rope and trying to get the fuck out of the...
Because you are in a pretty strong current at the moment. You're using your brain rather than just...
13.
13?
Yeah.
Alright, that is enough to keep you afloat. Go ahead and make your climb check to pull yourself out, and a strength check by Hanzo.
10.
Alright, she is able to pull herself out of the water. However, that does provoke. She's struggling to get out, and she did not get hit. Cheku. You know it's there somewhere. thought we were going to try out the ground moves.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Can I step forward and give guidance to Hansel?
Yeah. You can. Hansel has guidance to Tansden. What you gonna do?
Sitting on the back. There's no. Is this thing dead?
Yeah, that one is just a pile of ice.
I'm going to channel. Is there anything around? I know it's under eyes.
Yeah, I mean, you know it's there somewhere. You can choose to exclude it if you have selective channel. Check your feeds, because I thought you may have taken it. No? Did you catch
We
it?
haven't heard it.
Into a line.
Yeah, that one's hurt.
Maybe I'll wait then.
Okay.
I'll get further across the ice if I can.
You gonna scoot?
Yeah.
Alright. Just heading straight towards the other side? Alright, as you get to there, make a reflex save. As the ice shatters in part of your hex and you start to fall in, the elements are your worst enemy in this first adventure.
Oh, it's just straight up for.
Straight up 14? So close. So very close.
But yeah, so far, right?
Yep, make a fortitude save as you drop into the water. That will force you to move hexes. What's your total? Did you roll a 1?
Oh, yeah. I aim to please. I am here entertained.
You take 6 non-lethal damage from the cold.
Oh, -2.
You have cold resistance? Okay, so
I have,
Is that the-
they ignore 2 points of cold damage each time you take cold damage.
alright. So you only take 4 subdual. Hansel! Well,
So Vanille's out.
yep, but Tansden fell in.
Which way's the current going?
Looks like it's pushing him to the northwest.
Oh, it's going away.
Yeah, going up and left.
Alright, so we're gonna take the end of the rope, recoil it up, and throw it over there.
Okay.
As I run another exasperated sigh, because this ice thing's getting away.
Tansden, something icy and sharp just wrapped itself around you and it seems to be trying to pull you under. You have the grapple condition.
Oh.
That's what it tried to do to Dadila. It did miss, barely, but it did miss.
That's fine.
What is Vedmila doing?
I'm going to go off the ice. I don't want to be where this thing that brushed the
And
whole
you're also soaking wet in the cold.
Alright, you need to make an acrobatics check as you're moving. Yeah, you are absolutely drenched.
which is probably not good.
Unless I had the
Right?
The clothes are all dry and warm.
What's that?
3.
3? You don't make it off the ice yet.
Okay.
You slip and fall. Or no, you don't slip and fall, you just stop. You didn't miss it by 5. From there to Cheku. It looks like Tansden's having problems staying above water. Like, having a whole lot of problems staying underwater, or staying above water.
That's not good.
CMB check.
Okay.
19?
That was a good one.
I have no buttons.
Do you want to reverse it so that way you have it grappled? Or do you want to just break free of it? Either way, if you break free, you have free use of your hands. If you reverse the grapple, you have a hold of it, but you can't use your hands for anything else.
Will the others be able to get at it?
They'd have to go after it into the water. Or pull you and it out.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the rope.
Grab the rope? Alright, so go ahead and make a swim check first. Oh, I almost forgot.
Everybody's putting points in swim after this. Yeah, I'm almost bring it down.
I almost forgot. But I'll let it slide this time. 12? That is enough. Make a climb check to pull yourself out.
I rolled 15. Okay, climb check.
And because I forgot to do it for one, I'm going to forget to do it for everybody that's soaked this round.
Oh! I thought that was a damn 4. Natural 20.
Natural 20, and the strength check.
10.
Alright, you pull yourself out. With his help, you'll be pulled to there. You are prone now.
Okay,
Alright, to
We're going to pull out the rope,
move action, coil the rope.
and then we're going to have to go looking for weapons.
Move action, pick up your weapons.
I'm going to kind of glance around and see if I see the thing.
You don't see it anywhere. Then it's Vedmila. You know this thing's still around here somewhere.
I'd like to get off the ice.
Alright, make an acrobatics check and make a... we'll call it acrobatics as well. And Checker did that. So then it's Tansden, who is prone on the ice.
kind of just crawl my way off the ice.
Scrabbling to get towards land. Then it's to Hansel.
Alright, so this thing's not around.
You don't see it anywhere.
I don't see it anywhere. Alright, well, seems to have left us, so we're gonna put our weapons away, put our rope away, and withdraw our constable control. Which I can't remember this turn.
Okay. And Vedmila, it looks safe so far.
I'm gonna stay on here.
Okay.
I'm ready to smack something if I
As far as you can tell, it seems to be gone.
Can I detect magic just to be sure?
You would know that elementals don't detect as magical unless they've been summoned.
Then I'll cast guidance on Prince.
Okay. And Tansden?
Am I still on the ice?
You are still on the ice.
I'm gonna move off of the ice.
Okay. So you're able to get up there. And we'll say you're out of combat.
Okay. We need heals.
I would like some.
Some will probably be all we get, but I'll let's see. I'll cast one to then. Let's see if I can do that.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You guys both need to make another fortitude save.
I do.
Really need a fire.
Or something else.
8.
Somebody has fireworks.
I'll be
8. You take another 6 of cold damage. Non-lethal cold.
10.
10. And you would take another 3, but that's reduced to 1 because of your cold
One,
resistance.
non-lethal.
1 non-lethal. Alright.
Yes. You have the
ASMR.
black fire day?
Yeah. Over here.
You need some of that?
Yeah, you have 10 pounds of black fire for it. So theoretically, you can maybe take a pound of it and break it to warm yourself up, but it won't help you dry the clothes.
I'm some of the fire too, but I'm gonna use it in case.
Anybody got a tent?
Nope.
Alright, so go ahead and make survival checks. And
11.
3.
and Tansen.
Survival. 21.
Okay. You guys are able to get warm enough with a fire and dry your clothes out at the same time. And you two are sitting almost in the fire to stay warm since you guys don't have anything spare
I'm gonna offer my bedroll as in kind of
to wrap themselves in.
at least help.
I might remember one below. Yeah, I do have a
Well,
bedroll.
I could do it with my
Well, yours is also going to fall in the water with you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Never mind, I tried.
All right. To get warm and dry enough.
Let's do that now.
Yeah.
Leave it from the cold water.
Is it just 1d6 only?
For the channel, yes.
Okay, so it's 3 hit. Does that also take the subdue away?
Get warm
Get
first.
warm.
Cold subdue.
Alright, it's a little bit later towards evening now.
Yep.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is, after we get them warm and taken care of, I'm going to tie my rope around my waist and outstretch my 10-foot pole, and we're going to kind of jab at the ice in front of me as I'm walking across to see if it will support my weight, and then when we go take a step forward, we're going to turn it sideways and walk forward. And then just repeat, just across the river.
So you're just going to go like straight across between these two, or you're going to go around? Or,
We'll go around.
so like this way?
Yeah, kind of give a little bit of my berth to them, but like I said, just kind of tamping each way with a 10-foot pole that's in front of me, and then turning the pole sideways to walk forward, so if I do fall through, I'll catch at least.
As you're getting over to here,
Oh, I got a 10-foot pole in front of me.
right in front of you, strikes you for 3 physical and 3 cold damage and a fortitude save.
You said total 6 damage?
Yes.
So you said 3 in his duel?
It's none of it's subdual.
Okay.
It's 3 physical and 3 cold.
Alright. There's a fortitude save?
Yep.
+1. Oops. And we're going to spend our point there to make another d20 roll. That is way better. 24.
24? Alright, so you're not staggered. And then it goes...
Does it just look at this?
Yes. You guys are watching from the shore as that thing erupts from the ice.
Where is it?
They're stowed away. Sheep. How steep is the embankment, not where the path is?
It's not very steep at all.
Okay, so it would just be normal difficult terrain. Take a step, my 2 swords. I still have a rope tied with me going across the way.
Yep. To Tansden.
Attempt to have someone grab the rope and use it to pull myself over.
Pull yourself or use it as in case you fall.
Yeah. I guess that's more. Yeah.
Alright, so I'll give you... Go ahead and make your acrobatics check as you step out on the ice. Are you going like...
Same path I took.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know it's safe.
So you start going this way. So there's 10.
Yeah, it's not gonna end up. Gotta do something that way. This is an acrobatic.
Yep. I assume you're trying to double move.
9.
9?
Freezing cold.
You only get out a single move, but you don't fall. 2. It dives back through the ice. Check it.
Sorry.
I really don't have anything to do. I have nothing right now. I'm gonna draw my and prepare to throw it if the thing pops up.
Alright, so readying an action.
No spell. No ranged weapon.
Ludmila.
We start trying to make our way over to the other side with
You're going to follow
that
the
same path that
10, 20, 30. As you're coming out on the ice, go ahead and make your acrobatics check.
that's -3, so it's 50.
Alright, so you're able to double move and get out on the ice. It's to Hansel.
Tree, right?
Yep.
Seems kind of a hardy tree.
Yep.
Alright, we are going to drop our weapons, untie the rope from our waist, and wrap a couple of times around the tree and tie it.
Okay. To Tansden.
Advance.
Acrobatics check, trying to double move across.
Yeah.
Try and pull yourself. tree.
No matter what order. It's still an acrobatics check, right? A 15.
Sorry. 15? Yeah, you're able to double move. And it goes to Cheku.
Start to cross the river. Very reluctant.
Going the same way.
Yeah, you really don't want to do it.
Go ahead and make your acrobatics check.
Okay, you can go.
What'd you get? A 0. You slip and fall as soon as you touch the ice.
Yep.
Amber towns.
Yep. Not much strength there.
Badmila.
I will keep making my way. Can I use the rope to assist myself?
Yep. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Corey, as you get there, you don't have a weapon in your hands, I'm assuming.
No.
So what you laughing at me? You seen the Discord message?
No.
It comes ripping out of the ice and tries to bull rush you.
I have a feeling.
And Hansel,
Alright. So right off to the tree there. We're gonna pick up our weapons.
move action to grab your weapons.
Yep.
Doing anything else?
What else would harm to do? Well, it's a little bugger there. So well, we're going to let's go for it, but we're gonna call out to it and call him a cheeky bastard or something like that. Try to get it to come over.
That would be either a diplomacy or an intimidate check, your choice.
It's gonna be the same, so it's gonna be intimidate. Ooh, that's actually pretty solid. 16.
16. Okay.
If only I understood common.
Tansden.
As it probably will.
So, I will attempt to, it's not in my reach now. Correct?
Correct. You would have to move to attack.
Will attempt, move,
Alright.
take attack.
Yeah. You're a level 1 cleric. So it'll cost you a move action to draw your weapon.
Okay.
To its turn. It tries again to bull rush. And it fails.
Time for some thrilling heroics.
Depends what. Let's see if I closer.
Nope. I rolled an 8.
So total of 8. Alright, Cheku,
I'm prone, right?
you are prone.
Okay.
You're just gonna crawl. You can do 1 hex around crawling.
I'm gonna try and stand up.
Alright. Picking yourself up, go ahead and make the acrobatics check.
This is 12.
At 12, you're able to stand and you're even able to get a standard move out of it. Following it, you're getting closer. So that was 2 moves. And Vadmila,
I like to pull out my great axe.
dropping the rope to grab your weapon.
Can I still take a swing at it?
Yep.
Shit.
I don't recommend fumbling here.
It's not the plan, but I don't control the dice. Seven.
7 is a miss. However, it's not a fumble.
It is
Hansel.
goodness for small blessings, right?
Alright. So. Seems like everybody's trying to get across. So what I had noticed that the ice creature is only tending to stick to the frozen river.
So far, yeah. I mean, the one did come up on shore a little bit on the other side of the river.
Okay. So you still have hold of the rope. You do let go. I'm just gonna call out, get off the river. I'm gonna drop my weapons, grab the rope, and start pulling the rope to pull Cheku across.
Alright, go ahead and make a strength check. And I'll pull him straight across.
10.
10. You're able to advance him by 5 feet. Tansden.
Attack the ice elemental.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Nope. Not the lucky one. At least it wasn't the one. No, it's a 8 again.
That is a miss. Its turn. Really wants to do this. Let's move at least one more attacks of opportunity.
What was up?
What's a rookie number?
I'm gonna keep trying to get across the river.
Alright, you're scooting on up, and then you need to make a reflex save. As the ice gives way, you guys literally just skirted it.
9.
9 puts you in the water and a fortitude save.
It's cold. I don't like it. 13.
13 is not enough. 13 is not enough. You take 4 subdual cold damage.
Is he still on the rope?
He does still have the rope, so it's going to be fairly easy for him to get out.
See that? 6 strength.
Just hold on.
To Badmila, you heard a crack and a splash behind you.
Keeping my axe in one hand and like pick up the rope with the other.
No, the rope's over with him.
Yep. The whole
I'd like
thing's
to get over to the rope to try and
You're
help
going
him.
to step over and try and help him?
Yeah, well,
Alright. Reflex save as you hit the wet ice. And a fortitude save as you join Cheku in the ice cold water.
Thanks for making my strength check harder, guys.
I was trying to help. What's an 18?
Alright, so you don't take any cold damage this time.
There's a lot of angry bird noises happening right now.
Especially when a dwarf falls on top of you into the water.
Yeah.
Hansel!
At this point, I'm starting to get fed up with them. Because I told them to get to the damn shore. And they decided to fuck around with the ice elemental. So, We are
I
going.
like that he said we. I did anything.
Well, my plan was to try and get off the ice because I took it far.
So we are going to grab the rope, but kind of spin so it's like hoisted over our shoulder and kind of lean forward as we're just pulling forward to try to pull the two out.
Okay. So you'll actually have to go around the trees.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, go ahead and make your strength check.
11.
Not enough. However, that'll be the roll that'll be helping Cheku.
Yep.
Tansden.
I'm gonna take another swipe at this thing.
Alright.
God bless America. Take 3/8 in a row.
That is a miss. You gonna move it all?
No, I'm gonna stand there.
Okay.
I'm gonna fall right in front of this thing.
Its turn. It dives into the ice. And we'll say even and odd. And oh no, wrong condition.
No, cold. Very cold.
Yeah.
It's clocking now.
12.
That is enough. You are not. And it's your turn. Standard action to break the grapple, or to reverse the grapple.
No. Oh, God.
But if you reverse the grapple, you gotta let go of the rope.
No, I definitely want to try and break the grapple.
Alright. Go ahead and make the grapple check.
This is going to be awful. What is that? Just my CMB?
CMB.
CMB. Worse.
Yeah, way worse. That's a 2.
You do not break free. I'm sorry, Will.
It's okay.
Vedmila, you are in the water.
Can I see this in the cabinet?
No.
Do I go there?
Nope.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and get out of the ice so I can try and help check you out.
Alright, so first a fortitude save. Alright, you are going to take 4 cold subdual damage.
Ten.
10? Alright, you manage to keep your head up and a climb check to pull yourself out.
Oh, okay, 21.
You pull yourself out to safety, and that'll be your...
It's easier now, right?
The elemental is helping hold the rope inadvertently.
Yeah. 9.
And you gain no ground. Tansden,
I'm getting off the ice.
make your acrobatics check.
Yeah.
This is the most terrain fun I've had in a long time. Because the terrain is more dangerous to you than the ice elemental is.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
It was acrobatics, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it was my 4th 8 in a row, but it's technically a 5.
Alright, so you're able to get a single move out of it, which will get you 2 short.
If I can make my way over.
its turn. It is going to attempt the pin.
Oh,
Um, just to make sure I have it right. What's your CMB?
That means it was rolled low.
10.
10? Okay. New condition. Pinned.
You were pinned in the water. Bye.
That's awesome.
And it's got lots of rope to play with.
Oh, man.
You feel yourself being carried off by... What's your con? You've had 1 round of having to hold your breath.
13.
So you have 12 rounds left to get free.
Sick.
Before you start drowning. Cheku!
Now see if the full damage kills him.
Make a fortitude save.
Uh,
We may have our first party death.
14.
14 is not enough.
Yeah.
3 cold damage.
Okay.
That's around a breath too, right?
This is going to be a round of breath, but that's just the fortitude save for the absolute sheer cold. And I'm going to be nice and let that count for the stagger effect too. You going to try and break free?
Sure.
All right, go ahead and make your CMB check.
Nat 20.
Yes!
All right.
Just Chris said it.
fucking called that shit.
Yes.
I should have said that one bounce
You
out.
break free and make a perception check to see if you can find a hole to go out.
Oh, fuck.
So that was a standard action, breaking free.
21.
21. You do see one, and you pop your head out with a swim check. Well, you need a swim check to get there for the move action.
7.
7. It's easy enough, because you're kind of going with the current to find it.
-5. Ah.
His head pops up out of the water there.
Oh.
Vedmila!
At this point, has the rope gone
The rope is...
onesie?
you can't really tell because there is a current down there pulling on it still.
Well, not the weight of
Am
a...
I close to the rope at all?
Kind of. It's in the hex straight ahead of you.
Can I try to pick it up and tug on it, see if it's attached to anything?
You're going to step in right next to onto the wet ice.
Very carefully.
All right, make a reflex save.
Okay.
14.
Curse splash.
Fuck!
Fortitude save.
Plus 5 is 12.
12. All right, you take 5 points of subdual cold. I haven't been tracking that. I probably should.
So what happens when subdual meets your
You are now
HP?
unconscious. Which means you can't hold your breath.
Well, I'm dead.
Very likely. Time to pull up the ground.
Hey, James got what he wanted.
I wasn't aiming for this.
You just said you.
I said I
got to do it.
I haven't gotten to do it in a while. I mean, to be fair, it's not my fault.
I love it. I thought it was going to be me.
All right.
For sure, I thought it was going to be me.
So on the next round, because she can't hold onto the rope or anything. She's just straight underwater. Alright. Oh, immediately upon becoming submerged. So, make a constitution check.
Straight up Constitution.
Yep.
12.
12? Alright. And she can no longer, whoops. Yeah, she can no longer be seen.
Alright, so I see Vanilla go under the water.
She's under the water.
She slipped and fell and just fell straight under the water, so that's not good. And then we got... For some reason I want to say Tariq, and I know it's not right.
Cheku.
Cheku. Sitting there. And at this point, Cheku's head's above the water,
He's scrabbling, trying to get out.
scrabbling, trying to get out. So, we're going to... grab on the rope kind of like loosely so we can kind of guide it.
Yeah.
And we are going to move forward towards Cheku's and get full movement on ice.
15. Make a reflex save. As the ice gives way there.
13.
Dead.
9.
You take 5 points of subdual damage.
Yeah.
I don't know why she didn't just get away from the water, but hey.
I wanted to help Cheku.
Tansden, you were the only one not in the water. So at least he'll be able to pull himself out because he doesn't have any slack rope to work with. Yeah, you can just move up the shoreline.
Okay.
So, 10, 20, and you're going to grab the rope and yank. So that'll be a strength check, and that'll be, if you get high enough, that'll be a bonus to his climb check to get out.
Uh,
17. That'll give you a +2 on your climb check.
Cool.
Sweet beans.
I have no bonus too.
Ooh. You felt something brush past you again, Cheku. Cheku, your turn. Climb check, pull yourself, or fortitude check first.
That's 19.
Alright, so you don't take any more of the cold damage at the moment.
And 7.
7 is enough to pull yourself out.
Okay.
That is the safe square. However, you're surrounded by wet. You still have a move action if you want to use it, because that was one move action to climb. You gonna try and get to safety?
Yes.
Alright, first in acrobatics. And you're gonna have to make a reflex save either direction you go. Or any direction you go.
16 acrobatics.
Alright, you're fine there. And your reflex.
7.
Hey, you're in a hole with a rope.
Okay.
Fortitude save.
$13.
I'm gonna change the background music to the Benny Hill.
If it wasn't a copyright thing,
Oh, that's fair.
There would be multiple songs being played right now if this wasn't copyright.
3 Seville. Vadmila, Constitution check.
What does that have to get up to? before I-
Equal to your hit points.
Equal to my hit points? Over that.
So you're unconscious.
Fuck.
I rolled
And
a
a con
20.
check.
I rolled a 20.
A 20? Alright, so
Natural 20, nice.
16.
alright, so you are not yet drowning either. However. To Hansel.
Alright.
So you're gonna grab him and try and pull yourself out?
You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna be big damn heroes. We're gonna wrap around him like this, kind of hold him and grab the rope and just start.
Alright, so make a grapple check to make sure you get a hold of him. The good news is, it's
pretty
really easy.
I mean, I have a +5.
Don't roll
so
a 1.
I have a +5, so 16.
Alright, you got a hold of him, and then a strength check with an additional +2. We're gonna call the DC 12 since you're pulling his extra weight up.
Alright, so I have to roll a 6 or better.
You got that.
And we'll have you guys sharing a square or an effects for now.
And I'm yelling for Kansan to get his ass over here.
Tansden!
Okay, obviously I'm gonna move to the shoreline over here.
10, 20.
He's unconscious.
He is unconscious.
Alright, rebuke death.
You're not actually in the negative, are you?
No, he's not.
So,
Oh, you're not in the
rebuke,
negative?
rebuke death would
No.
not help him.
Oh, I thought he was.
If he failed his con check, then yes, it would.
Oh, okay.
He's at 0
Oh,
and
okay.
unconscious.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and,
Damn the channels,
yeah.
because that'd probably be honestly the best.
Yeah, it'll help everybody, I'm sure. So, yeah, I will do.
You regain. Oh, Tabul is. No,
Not gone, because it's cold.
you're at 1. Third, it comes after Hansel because he's the one who took its prey. And it is staying over Hansel, so it still misses. Cheku!
Oh. Get me to shore.
Alright.
Dear God.
Crawling.
Yes.
Put you to there.
Okay, I'm finishing up. Okay, we're rolling. 14 and 3 is 17.
This is the third round. Okay. So you're still okay at the moment.
I am underwater.
You are underwater.
And not resources. That's what I understand.
We have no clue where you are at.
Tansden!
I'm doing the channel. He'll be
Alright.
able to, in that case.
I can still be healed though. I still have stuff passing out too.
Well, that's 2 more at least.
Alright. It is gonna try and. Wait. Did Hansel take a turn?
No, not yet.
I own currently.
We have a hold of the rope.
Mm-hmm.
We are use the rope to. Well, I'm pulling through another ice square. So we're going to crawl through square and then to shore.
To its turn. It goes after the closest target at this point. And it sold because of your cold resistance and the numbing cold.
Oh wait. 20.
Alright. Get yourself up another hex. Vedmila, con check.
Seven, or no, it's 5. Con is 3. I was thinking like
5.
Yeah.
Put yourself at -1 hit points.
I'm doing.
Not yet.
I'm going to die.
And this if we all run our life.
Okay.
We are out. Yes, we are still technically in combat. We are going to stand up and we're going to start.
Double move. Tansen.
I'm going to attack. Ooh, no. Too close to north.
Miss.
Yeah, I missed.
Okay. I keep forgetting to have you two make your fort check, so I won't do it this round. Its turn. It tries to slam you again. And strikes you for 2 physical, and after your reduction, 1 cold. Cheku!
I'm going to give this guy
Alright. He gets guidance.
move away.
Let me turn on your vision here. Moving up 10, 20.
Exit left. Proceed right there.
Close off.
Oh, and a fortitude save. Because you are sopping wet.
17.
You're fine.
And we are going to. Wet. We're going to move a little bit farther from the shore.
From the edge.
Yeah, from the edge. That's a single move.
Yep.
And we're going to start ditching more wet items.
Okay. You're the only one who stayed dry this time so far, Chris.
Yeah.
And it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to go for it and attack again.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, it was a natural 19.
Oh, roll to confirm.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't even think about
I
that.
don't.
That's what I was asking, like, wait a minute. Because it was a 20 with guidance.
Ah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you get your guidance to this roll too.
Or no, max damage.
So d6.
Yes.
Because I said when you miss your confirmation,
Oh, that's right.
you get max damage.
So, yeah.
So 6,
6.
That's a cool one.
yeah. 20's a gotta mean something.
Right.
Alright. You slash at it with your scimitar, bringing the cut low across its chest, and it shatters into 1,000 pieces.
Sweet.
And at this point, Vedmila, I'm sorry. Yeah, hopefully you took your eye.
I was trying to save Cheku.
Indeed you were.
Alright, we need to get fucking warm right now.
Yeah,
You guys are going to set up camp?
yeah, I'm frantically trying
As
to
you're
get one.
frantically setting up camp here,
Jesus Christ.
you see the legs and feet of a frozen corpse jut from a pile of snow right next to the trees.
Yeah.
And you can actually see his legs right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming your first instinct is to get warm.
Nope, you get warm.
Yeah.
Fuck everything else.
All
I'm gonna
right.
ask Tamsin for his blanket.
And that's easy enough to do. Go ahead and make your survival checks.
What is this? What is this? To get warm?
I didn't have to bull rush her into the water. She would have been willing.
That's 18.
18.
So you're good enough to start fire.
You were good enough to start a fire. And it takes you guys a while, but eventually you get warm enough that you're able to restore your subdual damage. And we'll pick up at the morning of the following day. Because I'm assuming you guys are just sitting by the fire and trying to get warm all night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did we get warm?
Look like a wing oil.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all
Thanks everybody for watching, and you'll see this game